Today I'm going to be talking about the A-Slim full grain leather watch travel case from A-Slim London. So it's a UK brand, of course. Look, for $40 plus another $20 shipping, I think overall, I'll just cut to the chase. It's good, not great. I loved the look of it. I had never heard of A-Slim before. Just got their advertising and search engine and social media, started to see them all over the place. And I kind of wanted to give them a try because I don't see brands often advertise watch travel cases of all things. And so I thought it'd be great to give this one a try again. It was 40 bucks. It's 20 bucks in shipping from the UK. A little bit of extra duty fees on top of that, but all good. It's here. You know, on closer inspection, the feel of it to me is not as, I guess, leathery as I would have expected. It almost feels like this may not be the case at all, and I don't think it is, or else I would have noticed it in the description when I bought this thing. But it almost feels like there's something inside of it, and it's wrapped with like genuine leather. Again, I know that's not the case, but I think it's also the fact that there's a kind of shiny outer coating on this thing that brightens it, but also to me, I like my leather without this additional kind of polish layer on it. I just like it to look like leather. And so just to my taste, I think the tactile feel of it, it's a little bit more plasticky than I personally would kind of want. And I bet there's benefits to having this coating. It probably provides waterproof. It probably, lengthens the life of the leather, but then you also don't get that patina, that natural kind of wear and tear that is really fun to see happen to your leather goods over time as you use them. So yeah, so the feel of it, it's a little, it doesn't really hit the mark. Again, it almost feels like there's something in between a couple layers of thin leather, like a piece of cardboard or plastic or something. And just there's something about it that doesn't feel as natural as I tend to like my leather goods. So, but still, I like the look of it. I probably will use it. The other thing I'll mention, it came with these two sort of inner, I don't know, pads or something where you can technically get your watch over the top of them. This is another UK brand, by the way, Christopher Ward, Belcanto. I love this watch. It's a lot of fun. So, what I'll say is it's super, super thin, these pads. So like this is about as tight as I can clasp this watch. I mean, it's like I can't kind of tighten it or adjust it anymore. So this one doesn't really work. And then this one is tall. It's tall enough for the watch to fit around, but it still doesn't, the fit is just really loose and kind of weird. And again, it's super thin. It almost feels like how their leather feels, where they're suede or some kind of cotton cloth or something, terry cloth, with a piece of cardboard or plastic sewn into the inside of it. So, the padding is really minimal. It really is just kind of a soft fabric here. And so I've got these two things. They don't fit the watch perfectly or snugly. It does fit okay overall, with all pieces and the watch inside of this thing. Let's take a look at how that... Okay, I needed the extra hand there. So you can see, again, this is as tight as I can kind of make this watch, and the watch kind of slips out of it. I have other watch holders that are just straight up from Amazon, cheap plastic or vinyl. But they have the ability, they're the right size and thickness to actually hold the watch in place regardless of how, kind of big the watch is. So, I prefer that fit to whatever they've done with just these little discs, these little squares, so to speak. Great. So here is the watch and the two squares kind of inside. I put the smaller square in front of the crystal. So, hey, from my perspective, it seems like a fine way to give the crystal, the case of the watch itself, a little bit more protection as you travel. So I think that's fine. It just, again, it doesn't, I'd almost rather they like affix it or thicken the inside wall of the actual case itself than have something that is kind of removable and doesn't fit the watch anyway. But it feels good in hand. I think it still feels like quality leather. Stitching is nice. I've only used it for one trip now, and it is what it is. I think it's a good part of your everyday carry if you are packing two different watches and you want to be able to, kind of change things up. But overall, for $60, if you're ordering from the U.S., yeah, I'll probably do some research on competitors, and again, I'll, as usual, look for something that is vegetable tanned in full grain, and just see if it's something a little more to my taste, from a design perspective as well as from a kind of in-hand look perspective. But I don't dislike it. I think it's a quality product. I bet it'll last forever, and hard to go wrong with full grain leather, even if the design of it is a little different than I would typically expect or prefer. So overall, I'd say I'll give this a 6.5 out of 10, and I think I'm gonna keep my eye on A-Slim as a company and just see what else they have to offer, and if there's another opportunity to give something a try. Anyway, folks, if you found this video to be useful or interesting, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. It tells me that, hey, I should keep making these. And as just a regular dude who loves leather products, it's a lot of fun for me too. But I always like to see some engagement. So please drop me a line, hit the like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. See you next time.